Well, hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay. Oh my gosh. Randy Replay. Randy Replay. Back at it again. Minnesota Vikings football on the air, online, all across the SSN. If the playoffs were to start right now, Minnesota would be the number 2 seed, and we'd go up against these Carolina Panthers, or Carolina Panthers, however you want to say it. But that is not the case. We draw the Saturday late game, of course. But that is just simply not the case. We still have one more week of football left to get to. Minnesota, for all intents and purposes, pending any weirdness, will be in the playoffs. They won the NFC North. Your 2022-2023 NFC North champion Minnesota Vikings will take on the Bears. The worst team in the NFL and bottom of the basement in the NFC North. We do have some weekly awards to get to. And for his 5-touchdown, no-pick performance, it'll be Kirk Rutherford, Franklin Costco, Flash's Cousins will get the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. 30 for 41. 405 and 5 touchdown passes against the Packers, only sacked once, a season low. Aaron Donald will once again bring home the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award, his 2-sack performance. Good enough for that. And a team that we follow, the Kansas City Chiefs, DK Metcalf, 15 catches, 602, 7 touchdown receptions in the Target game. They only throw it to decaf. Decaf coffee. And, oh boy. And then Mika Fitzpatrick will take home the AFC Defensive Player of the Week award. Most NFL wide receivers get 602 yards midway through the season, let alone 7 touchdowns. DK has done it twice in the last 3 weeks, I do believe. Yeah, pretty much. 290 and 3 in week 14. Easy scouting for the Falcons there. Or not the Falcons, excuse me. The Ravens, another bird team. We're going to take a look at the injury report. And for Minnesota, it is KJ Osborne. He will miss the regular season finale with a foot fracture. Out 1 more week. Oh my goodness, we'll get him back for the playoffs. We didn't check the Bears. Can we go back? Yes, we will. And speaking about KJ Osborne, his replacement, Tyler Johnson, has been playing very, very well. So look for him to be a big contributor in this one. Armon Watts, a former Minnesota Viking defensive tackle, has a dislocated ankle. He will be out until next season, of course, as you see on the IR. Well, it's the last week of the season. You don't have to do anything too special. Just go out and get a win and secure the 2nd seed spot, or so we think. There are some weird things that could happen. But for all intents and purposes, pending any weirdness, the Minnesota Vikings, if they get a win, will be top 4 seed in the NFC. Now, you got a good draw here at the end of the season. 2 butterball teams, the 2 worst teams in the league. You took care of one of them pretty good last week up until the 4th quarter, 54-41. Do it again. And we look ahead to the wild card round. This has been Randy Replay. Kickoff is next. And hello and welcome everybody. The 2022-2023 season finale, and the Minnesota Vikings are wearing Randy Replay's favorite jerseys, the 2000s throwbacks, the early 2000s. The team has worn this jersey from 2000 as the flyby goes over, live looking, 2000 to 2010, and they will be donning them for the final game of this season. For the Bears, absolutely nothing to play for. You spoil Minnesota's playoff seeding a little bit if you pick up a win. But for all intents and purposes, you're playing for that number 1 spot in the upcoming draft. The Chicago Bears defense only has 7 picks this season, allowing 4,000 passing yards to opposing quarterbacks this year. Minnesota 56 passing touchdowns. Kirk Cousins four more away from 60, and he's just over 7,000 yards, a career high for Kirk Cousins. Despite the career high picks, he's doing all right. He is pumped up. Justin Fields is getting the team ready, and we are getting you ready for kickoff here. The ball is just about ready to get teed up, as the Minnesota Vikings will face the Bears. And we're hoping for a bear down here this afternoon. Greg Joseph, as we mentioned, has the ball teed up. Kick is away. And we are underway here with another touchback. Oh my heavens. Got to get used to seeing that. So out come the Bears offense, led by this man, Justin Fields. He's having a good season, 4,074 yards, 34 touchdowns, 19 picks. He can run with the best of them. And we'll see what he's got planned for this Minnesota Vikings defense on the first drive of today's game. Former Minnesota Vikings everywhere. Riley Reef on the offensive line as well. But Fields will start in the gun, not to be weird or anything. He's going to look. He's going to throw. It's a catch. I do believe that's Darnell Mooney, left side. And Danielle Hunter goes down holding his lower back. Oh, no. So from the first play, Danielle Hunter's down. He has some back injuries earlier in his career. And we'll give him some claps as he comes off the field. Bears fans are. They know how dangerous this man is. Danielle Hunter leaving the field on the very first play from scrimmage. We will get in injury info as soon as we get it across the board here. That is not a good sign for the Vikings. Justin Fields from the gun. He'll get the snap. Looks right, throws right. Led his man out of bounds, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 3rd and short, a 3rd and 4. So DJ Wanham will take the place of Danielle Hunter. Not a bad replacement. Throw middle, caught. Big hit put on Jordan Hicks to Jamison Crowder, and muscle cramps will return soon. And they're going to keep him out because of the playoffs. Jonathan Bullard will come in for the injured Danielle Hunter. There's a run. Montgomery's first of the day. It's a fumble. Minnesota get that ball. I do believe the Bears got... No, Minnesota comes up with a DJ Wanham in for the injured Danielle Hunter. Will... Yep, he was not down. Danielle Hunter falls on top... Or not Danielle Hunter. DJ Wanham falls on top of it there in the scrum, and Minnesota comes out earlier than expected. Oh, my heavens. So there's Kirk Cousins' number, 7,115, 56 touchdowns, 50 picks. And my heavens. What a defensive stand by the Vikings, giving up 1 first down and then giving up that fumble, or creating that fumble. So Minnesota gets in plus territory. The Bears side of the 50. Cousins starts out the game with a run to Dalvin. He makes a tackle miss. He'll get about 4 yards. Actually, he'll get about 1. Oh boy. It looked better. From my vantage point, I swear. Oh boy. So the minimal gain of 1 yard. I formation for Cousins now. Gets the snap. Looks, he's got a man right side. It is the Hawk. TJ Hawkinson, a 1-play touchdown. Touchdown, Hawkinson, and the Hawk strikes first for the Vikings. He just got loose back there. Cousins from the other side of the 50 throws it down to almost the 5. Actually, it'll be closer to the 10, but my heavens. What an opening play and what a statement drive for the Vikings. And TJ Hawkinson catches his first touchdown in a while. Snap spot kick to make it 7-0 is good. Minnesota on top early after the forced fumble. This stadium is very, very quiet for 98% of these teams, that only 1% being the Cowboys. So Cousins out of the gun. Snap is corralled. He's got a man left side. It's JJ. And JJ gets tripped up going down to the 17. And Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins, the connection, it's gotten better in the recent weeks. There's been a lot of overthrows, a lot of underthrows, but Kirk Cousins the last 3 weeks has been on it. And JJ still had to contort his body just a little bit. Vikings fan line there, so my heavens. So Kirk Cousins, just as he was about ready to uncork it, throws middle, caught, Thielen, touchdown, Minnesota. Just as he was about ready to cork it, takes a sack, but he comes right back, and Adam Thielen's going to call over his team. He's going to race. It's a sack race, and Darrisaw falls. Oh, my heavens. Cousins with stepping up in the pocket, throwing as pointed out by a member of the Minnesota Vikings fan line, I was just literally going to say it, a beautiful pass, stepping up in the pocket, delivering a strike to go up 14-0 pending the kick. It is good. And then the weirdest celebration I think I've seen all season, the sack race. Adam Thielen getting a little creative there, and then Dalvin Cook helping out on that drive as well. So Minnesota steamrolling right now, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, 14-point lead, and Greg Joseph to kick it away once again. Oh boy. In the place of Eric Kendricks. Yes, he can. He's proven it this season. So if Kendricks ever goes down again, you got your guy. Big punch out. Get that ball. Zadarius Smith. Oh my heavens. Lewis Seen coming on the blitz. Knocks it out of Fields' hand. Jalen Johnson will go down. Oh no. All right, lot to unpack here. Lot to unpack on this play. We're gonna watch it one more time here. So Fields, as Jalen Johnson leaves, second injury for the Vikings defense today. There was a lot to unpack here, and we're going to try and go through it as best as we can. So it's a quarterback keeper. Zadarius originally fooled. Lewis Seen right here. Playing that middle spot. Brian Asamoah. Can we just watch him real quick? He was not fooled. He sees the keeper. And then Lewis Seen punches the ball out with his left arm. Bam, right there. Asamoah trips and kicks it. And here comes Zadarius Smith. He'll jump on it and get a couple extra yards. So, but the bad news there, Jalen Johnson going down on the play. You hate to see that. Hopefully he'll be all right for the playoffs. And Cousins will start this drive under center. It's a screenplay right side to Dalvin. Makes a man miss and then gets up. Only about 3 yards. Not bad. Had to take the check down there. And dislocated shoulder for Jalen Johnson. Oh, no. So Jalen Johnson will be done for the rest of the day. Oh, my heavens. So Kirk Cousins under center. It's a turn. It's a give to Dalvin. Dalvin, one man to beat. He makes that man miss and then gets tackled by another. Minnesota. Looks like they're going no huddle. We'll see what they got cooking here. Cousins under center, gets the snap, throws left, wide open, JJ for the touchdown. Justin Jefferson, and it, oh my gosh, it's too easy for them. JJ will get another catch, and the first gritty down in the Windy City. Oh my heavens. And I mean, he just burned his man. He's got a 4-yard step, 3-yard step on him, and reminiscent of Randy Moss there. And Kirk Cousins is just passing all over these guys. He might be out of here before the first half is up. There's the kick. And, ooh. It's a Chi-Town doink. So the Windy City proves to be helpful for the Bears as Greg Joseph doinks it off the right upright. He has not missed a field goal or a point after in about 5 weeks. So that's highly uncharacteristic of Joseph. Minnesota changing up their defensive play. Fields from the from under center gets the snap, throws right, caught, and it is a touchdown for Valdez Scantling. Oh boy. So Fields will throw it to the right side. And a rare missed tackle by Trayvon Diggs. Now the kick to make it 20-7. Snap spot kick. It's all good. Ryan Wright. JJ just a yard short. Kevin O'Connell doesn't really see a point to going for it here. And Carlton Davis will be the run back man, but it goes out of bounds at the 3. Oh, I was about to say the 2. And Ryan Wright gets that coffin corner he's been looking for pretty much all season. East Bullard coming in with some speed. Just to make it a 10-point game. Snap spot kick is good. So it is a 10-point game. And 10 points unanswered by the hometown Chicago Bears. Really doesn't really play that much, or has played that much this season, getting some late season reps. Fields flushed. Fields, nobody's gonna get him, and Fields goes for the touchdown. You guys have got a scheme. And Justin Fields will run. And my heavens. So this to make it 17-20. 17 unanswered points by the Bears. And it's good. Oh boy. And so that'll bring up a 2nd and 7 now. Cousins from the gun. Snap is corralled. Looks and throws right wide open. Adam Thielen down the right side of the field. He'll get down near the 25 to the 23. Cousins from the empty set gets the snap, throws, caught wide open Justin Jefferson, and he's one of the best in the NFL. We get another gritty, and that's another touchdown for the Vikings. Now threatening to go up 10 once again. I mean, oh my heavens. You just can't do that. How many times are the Bears going to do this today? Well, so far it's twice. And Greg Joseph's kick is shanked to the left. And we're up 9. Formation. It's a setup screen to CJ Ham. Left side gets free. CJ Ham, big completion down to the 37 for James Cook, the third. I formation for the Vikings. And it's a throw to the right side. CJ not able to get it. I do believe he did get the first down. Yes. So CJ not able to get the first down, and Minnesota does this again. They go late no huddle. It's a late no huddle. It's a pitch to CJ Hamalama Ding Dong. My heavens. The same play. Kirk Cousins just gives it a little shovel pass, and CJ Ham gets in for the score. That's the first time I've seen Kirk Cousins do the Aaron Rodgers shuffle pass. And Jackson thinks it's not a touchdown, or Montgomery rather thinks it's not a touchdown. We're gonna go back. I don't know what he's talking about. Look at all these bodies in the middle. So Kirk Cousins pulls the ball, shovel pass. I don't see anything that would not call this a touchdown. I mean, I don't know what Montgomery's been smoking before the game here in the Windy City, but my heavens, that is Kirk Cousins' 5th first half touchdown pass of the game. Joseph, please, it's good. All right, 33-17. Yeah, but I do. Lewis Seen on the tipped ball. And they're going to drop DJ Wanham in the middle. You see this bubble defense playing again. DJ Wanham will be in the middle. Fields flush throws. Caught by Mooney, right side, right in front of the Vikings bench. Then that'll bring up 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7. What does Minnesota have? We're going to find out. We're going to find out here. Snap corralled. And they'll just let Fields get the first down. So another timeout called. 3 seconds left to go. Minnesota will back up. Fields from the gun. Asamoah looking to guess the snap count. He did not. Flushed and throws down the field. Batted away. Incomplete. That'll end the first half. Minnesota will get the ball when we come back. Up 33-17. Your score at the half. We'll take a look at other games going on in the NFL and figure out, hopefully, what the NFC North teams did here today. As we bring in the map of the United States. We're first going to travel to the other game here in the NFC North, and Green Bay up 21-10 at the half. Aaron Rodgers 2 touchdowns in that one. All right, so that was easy. We go down south where Tampa Bay is taking care of the Falcons, up 10. Tom Brady 2 touchdowns. In that one, Marcus Mariota 104 and a touchdown there. 20-10 Bucks over the Falcons. And then we go north to Buffalo, where the Patriots are just getting walloped by the surging Bills, looking to get that 3rd seed spot. Oh boy. Hello and welcome back to the booth here. 124.2 QB rating for Kirk Cousins in the first half. 20 of 26, 315, 5 touchdowns, and the 2 errant throws. Not good decision making there on those 2 passes, but for all intents and purposes, Kirk Cousins only missing wide receivers on 4 passes, 2 of them being interceptions out of the 26. Dalvin Cook with a healthy 19 carries in the first half, 110, no touchdowns as of yet, but gotta believe they're trying. JJ, 5 catches, 107 and 2 touchdowns. TJ, 4 for 82 and a touchdown. Adam Thielen, or Ate as we like to call him, so he rhymes with JJ, TJ, and Ate. 4 catches, 66 yards and a touchdown. CJ, 3 for 25 and a touchdown. My heavens, nobody cares about blocking. Gonna go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's Jordan Hicks with 12. Holy moly, this guy is very, very good playing in lieu of Eric Hendricks' absence. And yeah, you just love next man up mentality, especially here in the middle linebacker position. And then Brian Asamoah, 9 tackles for the rookie in this one, and Trayvon was 6. Tackles for loss, we've had a ton. 5 of them, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From Jordan Hicks on David Montgomery. That is a good matchup to watch here. And I think Jordan Hicks is going to get extended. I do believe he stays around on this team. He's been the now the team tackle leader. It was Kendricks prior to the injury, and now it's Jordan Hicks' middle linebacker spot. Also, Asamoah, Tomlinson, Zadarius, DJ Waterman, Trayvon Diggs, tackles for loss. No sacks in the first half. This Justin Fields, he's a slippery fellow, and he will get out of the pocket and make plays. No picks as well for the Minnesota Vikings first half. For Minnesota, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't miss any field goals, and keep the gas on the pedal and pedal to the metal being the floor, and you'll get this thing, and we'll go into next week, hopefully, locked up as the number 2 seed and play the 7th seed, or the 6th seed, rather, whatever team that may be. At home, mind you. We get 1 playoff game at home, and then we'll go up against the Dallas Cowboys or the 3rd seed. It's all going to shake loose how it's going to shake loose. We'll get to it when we get there. But a home playoff game next week will be amazing. And if we get that, we lock up the number 2 seed. That'll be even better. So just keep doing what you're doing. Contain Justin Fields. He's kind of been able to throw on you here later in the second half, but you'll be all right. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a minute. So 3rd and 3, Minnesota. What do you got? Let's find out. Cousins under center, gets the snap, throws left, and a one-hander, Justin Jefferson. He had to fully extend, but it's a one-hander. Oh, Nelly. First down, JJ, and the Minnesota Vikings rush up to the line. They're going to go no huddle. And now they'll play off JJ. Oh boy. Cousins rolls, fires, caught JJ, has to come back for the underthrown ball, but he's down inside the 10 into the 7. There's another first down catch for Justin Jefferson, his second on the drive. And oh man, underthrown. JJ had to come back for this thing. Either way, Cousins from the gun, 7 yards out. It's a give. Bad blocking up front, and Dalvin, definite miscommunication up front. Dalvin has to cut it back to the middle. He will get nothing, if not just 2 yards. Oh boy. So second and goal now. To give to Dalvin, forcing, fighting, clawing, scratching down to the 1. And now what do you do if you're the Vikings? Oh boy, you need 1 yard here. It's 3rd and 1 from the 1. Gotta believe it's 4 down territory here. Give us to Dalvin. He'll walk right in. And Dalvin is calling his teammates over. The ball is being suspended. Dalvin Cook channeling his inner Hogwarts. He grabs the ball that was suspended. Kobe. And another Kobe celebration. He gets the free throw. Dalvin Cook. Is he a man or a wizard, Harry? Using Wingardium Leviosa on the football. And, oh man. Chicago's coach is just beside himself over there on the sideline. Greg Joseph to put us up 40-17. Kick his way. It's good. Oh my heavens. Another audible by Chicago. They're going to bring DJ on the blitz. And it's an interception. Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks with the pick. Oh boy. And Jordan Hicks following the receiver. He kicks the dirt up here from the field. Let's see. Ooh, and who else? Jordan Hicks on Montgomery. Their battle has just been epic today. And finally swinging the way of Jordan Hicks. Vikings team home. And we'll get you ready for everything Vikings playoff football. Dalvin Cook up the middle. Dalvin Cook bobbing and weaving down into the end zone. No end zone. Touchdown. No touchdown. No Coke, only Pepsi. Dalvin Cook down to the 1. I mean, he's just bobbing and weaving all game. Let's see. Ooh, butt down ball at the 1. Okay, so just indeed a yard short and a pubic hair long. Okay. So Kirk Cousins under center for this first and goal. He's got a triple stack of wide receivers to the right. Tyler Johnson will break that up and he'll go double stack, which is a great sandwich by Wendy's. JJ outside of his left. Give us to Dalvin. Dalvin looking, touchdown. Dalvin Cook, second of the game, second of the quarter. He'll drink the tea and take a B, that being a bow. And Minnesota's just running away with this game now. Dead stopped in his tracks, goes off left of tackle, and my goodness. Oh my heavens. And they're looking at this. Okay. It was confirmed. You see the reaction of the Vikings bench. It was just confirmed a touchdown. So Greg Joseph on to make it a 47-17 game. And a 30-point Vikings lead. There's the kick. It is good. Anyway, Justin Fields, speaking of the pocket, he's going to come out in the shotgun. He's going to turn. He's going to give it to Montgomery. Big hit, Lewis Seen and Javon Holland. Trayvon Diggs will go down. So the third Vikings defensive starter to go down in this game on a non-contact injury. Trayvon Diggs, league-leading interception leader, goes down, holding his rib cage. Oh boy, you hate to see that. We're get you a status report of him. Hopefully he's not kept out, and it's a bruised sternum. He won't return for this game. So second and goal. Imagine Justin Fields wearing Vikings purple. Fields throws and batted away. Cam Dantzler, who hasn't really had too much playing time, but he is effective as ever here today. And now Minnesota, big third down here. Big third and goal, the biggest of the game. Fields, snap corralled, flush, throws. Oh my goodness, Cam Dantzler again gave it up, but originally gave it up, but came back incomplete. And we hold him to a field goal attempt, this to make it 47-20. Snap spot, kick his way, it's good. Cam Dantzler gave up the touchdown there, pending any weirdness, of course. Seemingly like he was clicked on and it didn't work, and then all of a sudden he came back and he forced the incompletion. So Cam Dantzler, 2 incompletions in the red zone, forcing a 3-point try. It is good. Minnesota 47, 21, 46 left to go here in the third quarter. Oh my God. And hello and welcome. We have some news to report. Andrew Anthony Gordon in there at quarterback. Kirk Cousins' day and season are officially over. Dalvin Cook will run into his own blocker. And, oh boy, Gordon. Enough to give him a throwing chance here. Gets the snap. Looks. Throws middle. Caught TJ Hawkinson. TJ Hawkinson! Ooh, down to the 1. I thought he had it. He stretched the ball. And TJ Hawk. The Hawk strikes again. Big catch, big run. I want to say he got there, but obviously I'm not an official for a reason. Oh, here we go. 10:43 and counting left to go. Give us to Patterson. He will walk in, only touching Ezra Cleveland's backside. He calls his team over. Adam Thielen's going to wind him up. Patterson, boop. Patterson, boop. Patterson, boop. Patterson, touchdown, Vikings. Oh, my heavens, we're pouring it on. You could say we're running up the score, but what I say to the Bears, hey, stop us, you know? Run? What the hell? Oh, Justin Fields is visibly frustrated on the sideline. He ran off of Ezra Cleveland's buttocks and got it in. Minnesota up big, 54-20 now. And just the whole sideline of the Bears seems to be frustrated. I think we have a bear down here. Either way, 10:41 left. Ord. Fields from the gun. Snap, corralled. Looking, flush, throws, caught. Touchdown. That'll be Isaiah Likely with the catch. And the Bears make it a little bit more interesting on paper. Snap, spot, kick. It is good. Hey, this to make it 57-27. Snap, spot, kick is away. It's good. So even though it's a little cold out here, Greg Joseph will lose some of his longevity, but that seemed to be okay. Go here in the game. In the season. Fields throws left. Oh, that's a fumble! It is picked up. Brian Asamoah. Ooh, tries to dead leg Justin Fields. It's not going to work, but a big fumble. Oh boy, Jordan Hicks will cough it up. So a big throw. No, that's Carlton Davis. And that is why Minnesota hits big. And I think I'm mistaken. Minnesota will get another opportunity here on offense. Snap, spot, kick is good. So Minnesota finally gets their big solid win, solid wins, last 2 games of the year. A little frustrating moments here in the Packer game. You let them come back and make it interesting on paper. In this one, you give up, what was it, 17 unanswered, but rest of the way you held them to 10. I mean, it is what it is. This defense has been up and down all season, and what a season it has been. Minnesota Vikings, pending any weirdness, will be 10-7 and hopefully grab the 2nd seed in a tight NFC race, and will become the NFC North champions of the 2022 campaign. And it's tipped away. Cameron Dantzler once again. That is the 4th batted ball for Dantzler here today. Maybe the 3rd. I do believe I've said his name 4 times here today. And Fields from the gun. Snap is corralled. We need to get a sack before the end of this one. Come on. Fields is flushed. And Hicks will watch him as he slides down. 3rd and 4 now for the Bears. Snap is corralled. Throw across the middle. Wide open, caught. Big catch by the tight end. That will do it. The end of the game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Victory, Minnesota. They grab the NFC North. Kevin O'Connell, first-year head coach. 10-7 record. Could have been worse. Could have been better. But they get their big win. There's Andrew Anthony Gordon, who has had a pretty good day. Carlton Davis talking to Justin Fields. He's like, hey, man, you had a good year. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a bear down as the Bears will fall to 2-15 on the season and grab the #1 pick in the upcoming draft. Oh boy. And Fields is very, very frustrated. Rightfully so. Young quarterback wanting to prove himself. Thought he had a good chance this season. Just didn't come to fruition. So here we are. End of season. Final game. End of game stats for Randy Replay in the 2022-2023 season. For Kirk Cousins. QB rating of 130.2. He was 24 of 32. That is 75% completion percentage. For those of you that did not do math or didn't look over here, 75%. 408 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. We'll not argue with that. Andrew Anthony Gordon, 3 for 4, 47 yards in relief. Dalvin Cook, a full day, 34 carries, 176 and 2 touchdowns, 7 broken tackles. Cordero Patterson, 14 for 67, 1 touchdown and 3 broken tackles. And Adam Thielen, 1 for -1 off that pesky end around. Oh boy. In the receiving game, no surprise, it's JJ. Last game of the season, 10 catches, 219, 2 gritties in the Windy City. TJ Hawkinson with his best game as a Minnesota Viking this season. 5 catches, 101 yards, and that lone touchdown. Adam Thielen, 4 for 66. And the beautiful touchdown catch, as dubbed by the Minnesota Vikings fan line. Oh boy. CJ Ramalama Ding Dong. 3 catches, 25 yards, and that shovel pass touchdown by Kirk Cousins. Cordero Patterson, 2 for 24. Dalvin Cook, 2 for 14. Tyler Johnson, 1 for 16 today. Oh my heavens. Nobody. And nobody cares about defense. We're going to go to defense. Cares about blocking. Going to go to defense. Look at total tackles. And for all intents and purposes, the Minnesota Vikings have a double-double. And how fitting. How fitting. It's the 2 guys that Randy Replay, he couldn't keep them. He couldn't keep talking about it. He couldn't stop talking about him. Jordan Hicks with 18. Brian Asamoah with 14. Yeah, that was a blunder. Nobody cares about blocking. Nobody cares about defense. I care about defense, which this team has played very good defensively. Albeit the worst 2 teams in the NFL the last 2 weeks. And then you get the 1 week before that, they played very good. And Brian Asamoah has done enough to, I believe, earn the starting role next season, but you got Jordan Hicks coming back. I mean, what does that look like? I'm sure that question will be answered here this offseason. Anyway, Cameron Dantzler, who's had a hell of a game coming in for the injured Trayvon Diggs, and they peppered him in here a little bit. End of year, you got to see what you have in Cam Dantzler, and you got a good stat line out of him. 7 tackles, a couple passes, defense. We'll go over that as well. Carlton Davis with 7. Lewis Seen, Zadarius, Trayvon Diggs, who left the game with an injury. Hopefully, it doesn't look good, with 6. Javon Holland with 4. Jalen Johnson, who also left the game with an injury, with 3. Daniil Hunter, Harrison Phillips, Taylor Rapp, and Dalvin Tomlinson with 2. TJ Hawkinson and DJ Wanham with 1, apparently. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch. Jordan Hicks with 5. Asamoah, Tomlinson, Smith, Wanham, Diggs, and Daniil Hunter each with 1. No sacks today for the Minnesota Vikings. Very weird. And 1 pick by Jordan Hicks in that epic battle with David Montgomery here today. Pass defense, pass deflections, however you want to look at it. We had 3 by Cameron Danzler, all on his little lonesome. 1 by Carlton Davis, 1 by Lewis Seen. 2 of Cameron's and 1 of Lewis Seen's were in the end zone, so take that with what you will. 3 forced fumbles today. Carlton Davis, Lewis Seen, and Trayvon Diggs recovered, all 3 by Zadarius Smith, DJ Wannaman, Brian Asamoah there at the end of the game. So what a hell of a stat line for Asamoah. 14 tackles, a fumble recovery, and 1 tackle for loss. Great day for the rookie. No block kicks, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings in this one. Greg Joseph, 2 for 2 on field goals, 58 long. And then 6 for 8 on extra points. He got a couple doinks here today. Hopefully that doesn't continue. He'll have prime kicking conditions next week if we secure that home playoff game. Punting, Ryan Wright, easy day. 2 punts, 91 yards, netting 86. One of them being that coffin corner inside the 20, down at the 3. Oh boy. Kick returns, Cordero Patterson, 4 for 92, longest of 29, and 2 punt returns, 13 yards, longest of 9. The preceding presentation was a season-ending presentation of the Minnesota Vikings football in the NFL and the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of said broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. I will get you back to the main screen, preview everything playoff football, and get you ready for next week when the hopefully number 2 seed Minnesota Vikings enter the playoffs. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a minute. And hello and welcome back. Not to the main screen, but the Minnesota Vikings are officially the 2nd seed. And you see it on the top right of the screen. We are going to face the New York Giants here at US Bank Stadium. 2nd seed gets at least 1 playoff game at home. And we will face the winner of, I do believe it's the Los Angeles and the Eagles game, as the number 1 seed would face the lower seed remaining if we win against the New York Giants. So we get the Giants in a rematch of the Christmas Eve game. So we get to run it back against the Giants, who really had our number. Minnesota got lucky with a couple picks. It should be a good opening wildcard round game Saturday night. And then Sunday afternoon, the Rams take on the Eagles, the number 3 going up against the number 6 seed, and the Bucks and the Falcons will take it away there, the number 4 versus the number 5 on Monday. Now flipping our attention over to the AFC side, obviously number 1 seed Dallas Cowboys in the NFC. Number 1 seed in the AFC is the Baltimore Ravens. They, eke it out over the Kansas City Chiefs, who had the same record, but due to the tiebreakers, whatever that is, depending on the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens will secure that number 1 spot. And the Chiefs will face the Steelers in the opening round of the wild card game for the AFC. Opening game of the wild card round for the AFC. My goodness, I can talk. I'm just excited. Look at that. We're number 2 seed going up against the Giants at home. It's the number 2 versus the number 7. Statistically, we got an opportunity here. The Bills do wrap up that number 3 seed with a win in Week 18. And they go up against the 6 seed Indianapolis Colts. And then the 4 seed Tennessee Titans will face the 5th seed Miami Dolphins. So there you have it. The Minnesota Vikings and the rest of the NFC playoffs locked and loaded here today or this week. So Minnesota with a 3-game win over the NFC North. In terms of the standings, they will lock up the NFC North Championship. They will get the number 2 seed and face the New York Giants of football variety here at US Bank Stadium in the wild card round. Looking at the injury report coming off of the Bears week, we had 3 starters go down. None of them will be held down, and we get KJ Osborne back Going to the Giants side of things. Hashtag. Not so bad for the Giants. Ben Bredson will be out one more week with that dislocated elbow. And then Wandale Robinson, who really had a couple catches this season, I do believe. Broken tibia on the IR. Out the rest of the way. So there you have it. IR for Wandale John. I was going to say had a couple catches in the last game, but I just realized he was on the IR, so he did not play in said game. So Minnesota Vikings, New York Football Giants, wild card weekend coming at you next week. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in the next one.